Hello, we are Team Nature and we are the creators of the Spill Tracker website. My name is Nick Appa and my majors are computer science and business.
My name is Armani Tufana, and my major is computer science.
My name is Tyler Bartlett. I major in computer science with a minor in mathematics.
And my name is Reggie Johnson, and I majored in computer science and minored in psychology. This project was a part of the Computer Science Senior Capstone at Western Oregon University. The courses included were CS 460, 461, and 462. This was a 33-week endeavor that started in September of 2020 and ended in June of 2021. So what we're covering today is our vision statement, why we chose this idea, some of the major features, a product demo, and later a technical demo.
So our vision statement in a nutshell is for environmental workers who need to report spills or look up information about chemicals if a report is needed.
We chose this project after voting as a team on 3 different project proposals we had written during the CS 461 class. One of the merits of this project was that it could fill a gap in industry where we found a deficiency in spill reporting and deliver a software solution to help people and companies with spill reporting needs.
Some of the major features that will be covered of our website are the in-depth spill calculations and determinations, multi-company and facility support, management of chemicals at your facility, as well as the federally regulated database of chemicals.
So please follow along at spilltracker.azurewebsites.net. This is Armani, and I would like to formally welcome you to Spill Tracker. Today I will be sharing with you some cool stuff about our homepage as well as a demonstration of registering onto our site under the role of a facility manager. So here we're currently on our homepage. At the top, as you can see, we have links to other facets of our site as well as a login option for users. Below that, we have our company logo as well as a brief description of our vision statement. We thought it would be really cool to show our users a list of where we get the general information that help make up our site. We have provided links for those interested, and to the right of that, we have some information about our database. So our database currently holds up to 969 chemicals that are tracked from both the EPCRA and the CER-CLA. The first one being Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act, and the second one, Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act, which are both government certified. And lastly, in these 2 sections, we share times that they were extracted. So here I'm on the register page where I'm about to register to our site as a new user. As you can see, I have gone ahead and filled in the boxes and I'm ready to register with my current role being a facility manager. So now I need to confirm my email. So after confirming my account, I will now log into the site. Now that I'm logged in, I can see that I've been granted more access to the site than a non-registered user. This includes this link, My Facilities. Now, as a new facility manager, I would like to manage my facilities, but I currently don't belong to any company. So I will need to send a message to the nature team asking to create a company for me. In order for me to send a message to Team Nature, I have navigated to the Contact Us page. Here I have filled out a message asking them to create my company. Now I wait for a response from Team Nature.
Hey, it's Reggie, and it looks like we've got a message from a new user who wants to create a company. So as an admin, I can go into the message, select the name of the company, and then I can create one in our website. So here on our main web page, I will log in as an admin. Now that I am logged in, I can access the admin page and create the company. Now that the company has been created, I could see them in the companies list. In the details, I can get the access code and send that to the user. With that code, they'll be able to access their company.
While I'm here on the admin page, we have two features here that are used to retrieve the list of hazardous substances and their reportable quantities from the EPCRA and the Circular Regulated Chemicals list. For more information on the process of collecting chemical data, please see our technical demo. Here is a list of chemicals we currently have stored in our database. When clicking on a chemical, you will be sent to the details page, which contains the chemical information retrieved from the PubChem API. This page also makes it easy to find the exact chemical you are looking for via this link to the chemical on PubChem. When a chemical's information are not available via the API, this allows for users and admins to find the chemical and update our database with the accurate information.
So here I'm back on the My Facilities page, ready to join a company. After receiving an email with the access code to join a company provided to me by Team Nature, I now have the ability to create a facility to manage. So now I belong to the company that I requested to be created, ChemZ. So now I'm about to create a facility, and I've gone ahead and filled the necessary boxes, and I'm ready to confirm the creation of my facility. And with that, I have successfully created a facility to manage, and now I'm able to see that information right here.
I'm Tyler Bartlett, and I'm going to demonstrate how a employee who's already a member of a company can join an additional facility within your company. So I'm currently signed in as the user Clark, and my company is Ideal Metal Solutions Inc. You can see I'm already a member of two of our company's facilities, but I picked up some recent job responsibility at our third facility and need to join that. And their facility manager has given me an access code to their company that I can enter here to gain access. Now here we are. We have our IMS building out in Bend. On this table at our facility, this is our list of chemicals we store on site. And these will be important in just a second when we transition to filling out a spill form. We'll go ahead and create a new spill form. So let's say a member of our facility calls in a spill to the environmental team. Let's say that is Joe Smith. He calls and says a spill just happened and we are located at our IMS Monmouth facility. I will ask Joe, do you have the spill contained on site yet? Or if the spill is still going or has it stopped already? And do you need assistance with cleanup or stopping the spill? We'll move forward. This location information that we see is the geo coordinates of the IMS Monmouth facility that we had selected, and we'll use these to pull up a weather report at the time of the spill. So let's say Joe called in saying that we have an acetone cyanohydrin spill and that we spilled 400 gallons of this acetone. Going to the next window, we see some of our chemical data from our facility loaded about this chemical, which will be used in our spill calculations. And we can ask if this was a pressurized tank or not. Here's our weather report for our location. See, it's currently cloudy at our facility at Monmouth, 10-mile-an-hour winds north. So I'll ask Joe if the spill can reach a water source or not. That could be any creeks or rivers by your facility, or maybe a pond on your facility. So Joe is saying no, it's not going to go to a water source. We'll ask if it's forming a puddle, and we can get the dimensions of those puddles. So 400 gallons is pretty large spill. So let's say it's a 100 by 75 foot area. And we've spilled it onto concrete. This spill lasted for 30 minutes before it stopped. And now that we have all our required information, we can perform a spill assessment. So we can see we've released 18,534 pounds of this material. We have an evaporation rate of 1.64 pounds per minute, and we've evaporated close to 500 pounds in that 30-minute period for our spill. Moving on, we can see our reportable quantity for this chemical is 10 pounds, so the spill will need to be reported. And the program tells us that we need to notify our local authorities. And additionally, because this is a CERCLA regulated chemical, we will also need to contact the National Response Center. Moving to the last page, if I had any additional notes, I'd like to type in about the spill. Say it occurred due to a faulty valve that failed and caused the burst, or other things. And then we can create the form. And now this form, spill form, is available to us to go view the details about this form, and our facility managers can update this as required or as needed. Okay, and lastly, we'll end by going to our disclaimer. Now, we do our best to help with these spill assessments, but any information we provide is up to the user to assess how they use our information.
Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm going to show you a already signed in facility manager who's been at a company that has some information already entered into it. I'm going to start by showing off what you can see in the facility details. We will have the facility information. You will see the chemicals that are stored there. And we will also see employees who are currently working at this facility. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new chemical and show the process for that. So let's say a truck just came in and brought in some new chemicals that we'll be storing, and that chemical is going to be dichlorophenol. So we're going to go ahead and add it, and then we need to figure out what the concentration is. So we're going to store it at a 95% dichlorophenol, and then the rest will be water or another solution. We're going to store it at 52 degrees Fahrenheit, and it'll be in a liquid form. So we're going to go ahead and save it, and then we'll see that it pops up and has been added to our facility so that we can do future forms of it if we have a spill, and we can also just keep track of it. We can go back to this details page, and we can also keep track of employees. So let's say that Trent no longer works with us. We have the ability to remove him from the facility so that he is no longer able to create forms or edit any information. So that is the biggest things that the facility manager can do. We can also perform quick spill calculations. We can also do that while we are logged out as well. So we will go to the quick calculation page. We will search for a certain chemical, so let's search for acetone, where we will find these results, and then we will click acetone cyanohydrin because we need to perform a quick calculation of that. This methodology of doing the quick calculation, in case you don't plan on filling out a form or just need more details in the now going forward and you don't have the time to fill out a form yet. So let's say that 8 pounds has released in the last 2 hours of 100% mixture. If we calculate that, we will see that it has not reached its reportable quantity. However, in 30 minutes, if it is still spilling at a continuous rate, we will have to report in 30 minutes time. Below, we will see a table of the output, so we can see that 8 pounds is spilled at 4 pounds an hour, and we have 30 minutes to act before it is reportable. Let's say now that 17 pounds has released so far in 2 hours with 100% mixture. We will see that this chemical needs to be reported to the proper authorities, and since it is a CERCLA chemical, we will need to call the National Response Center at 1-800-424-8802. And this works for any chemical in our database. We can go back and search for sulfuric acid, and we'll see it right here. We can go ahead and calculate that. Again, we can say 975 pounds is spilled in 5 hours, and the total percent of the mixture is going to be 85%. We can go ahead and calculate that, and we will see that 165 pounds is spilling per hour, and that we have 1 hour, just about an hour, until it is reportable. So we have an hour to get that cleaned up and stopped if we can do so. Again, we will see the table of the printout of all the information, and again, we can also get, if we have spilled more, we can calculate that as well. And notice we need to inform the proper authorities. Since it's not a CERCLA chemical, we do not need to contact the National Response Center. I'll go ahead and finish my part off by showing our credits page. This is where you'll see every team member who has worked on this assignment. You can also check out our page on GitHub and see all of our source code. We'd like to thank everyone who has been a part of this process, all our professors, classmates, peers, everyone who has contributed to our success over this time. Thank you and have a great day.